coming out of thing, Lisa came out of nowhere. Me and her were not staying together because I wouldn't have never been at another apartment, moving somebody in, putting the U-Haul at my tire shop and on the busiest street in Charlotte. For her to knowing she know where I work at, where my place where she's ride by frequently, stalking or either doing something crazy. And I moved and she popped out of nowhere and had a bat in her hand. And she said, this the one you got pregnant? What's going on? She kept asking her. My baby mom was kind of like at that point when she pregnant, she was just like
scared.
She couldn't believe it. Like what's going on?
Jerry, how do we feel about that story?
I mean, he made the right decision.
Yeah.
Lisa, she gives off a lot of first lady energy. She just got to grow up and mature into the position she wants to be in. You can't be, if this the mother of his child, you got to, and you love this man, you have to help protect her too and protect his child too.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Loving him is loving his baby mama and loving his children. Very simple.
Lisa, don't listen to that. This man is delusional a little bit, and I think Marcus is paying them. Since Marcus is paying everybody to move and U-Hauls and tire shops, he got everybody on payroll. Marcus, you are quite convincing. When he said, I know how to handle Lisa, I kind of sunk down in my seat a little bit. So, okay, Marcus, don't look me in the eyes.
He handling them, girl. Don't look me in the eye. Lisa, I believe Lisa is out here, though, because he had all these babies and she's still sleeping with him after the divorce and all that. He got her tangled up and tied up. I bet she is out here with some bats ready to fight somebody, because I want her too. I just don't believe that she seemed like she's innocent, but he got a hold of her. So I bet she did. I really do.
Well, I'd like to say something, continue what I was talking about, though, Yana.
Is it regarding the same event?
Same event. It's just that when somebody say you're with somebody and you really wasn't, she's the first-hand knowledge of having someone think that their child was somebody else being the father, and she never did tell him until 18 years later who the father was.
Well, wait a minute, Marcus. That's a different event.
No, that's the same event.
I want to talk about whether you allegedly got your tubes tied.
Yes.
Without telling Marcus.
He knew I had my tubes tied when he met me. I had already had 3 children. And he knew that from the beginning. Before we got married, he knew my tubes was tied, and we discussed that. And he said it wasn't a problem. He wasn't worried about that. When it comes to that time, we across that line. We talked about tubal reversal, and we also talked about in vitro fertilization. So instead of him going through with putting up the money to get those procedures done, he went out and had children by younger women or whatever. Because he said all the women my age were kitchen was saying the shop was closed, kitchen was closed. They had their tubes tied and all of that. They were done having children, so he went out and had children by younger baby mamas.
A lot of tube and tire talk.
I mean, once again, the man thinking about her. She older. Health issues come with older pregnancies. It's that man being...
At that time, I was 32.
Henry, are you an MD?
You said what?
Are you an MD?
I Google.
I see.
I got the Googling.
I got the Googling.
Yana, that's not accurate and exact what she just spoke.
So let me make sure I understand Lisa's account correctly.
Go ahead.
So Lisa, it is your opinion that you told Marcus prior to your marriage that you already had your tubes tied. You had 3 children. You didn't want any more.
It's not that I didn't want any more, but when I had got my tubes tied, I was younger, so I didn't know that I would meet him and get married. When I got my tubes tied, my mom told me not to do it because I was entirely too young. But I know I had 3 kids and didn't want any more children at that time. So then when I met him, and he didn't have any kids and wanted kids or whatever, but he knew I had my tubes tied, and he said he had the money several times throughout our marriage to pay for the procedure if he wanted to have kids by me. Right. But instead, he decided to go out and have kids outside of the household.
Without your permission?
Yes.
I see. So, Lisa, you say that Marcus is the one that's actually jealous. And Marcus is the one that's mad that you've moved on to other men. Is that true?
Yes. Yes, I would say that is true.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'll say he's jealous because of the way the things that he do. He put a tracker in my car.
Ooh.
He
Was
put
it one of the Apple trackers?
yes, the AirPod, AirTrack or whatever, and my daughter had, because I don't have an iPhone, I have an Android, and I had my daughter and a granddaughter in the car, and they were telling me that it was saying that I was being detected, AirTag was being detected in the car.
Now, how do you know that wasn't another man?
Because he's the only person that drove my car.
Coming up on Bury the Hatchet.